Anybody back on here with me? Are we still froze? If we're still froze, it's got to be in the internet. It's the second camera. I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely. Hello. All right, I got somebody back. Am I still froze? Been a while. All right. Am I still froze or am I back? All right, I'm back. I'm going to take that as you can see. And I'm guessing that other camera that I was using just wasn't strong enough to pull a signal in inside the house. I dropped my cup. You ever drop something? It always rolls this far, too far. Take two. Yeah, take two. Here we go. We're going to take two. Who knows? 2 or 3 maybe. Static again. I'm sorry about that. Here we got a problem. This camera has static. The other camera don't pull a good enough signal over here. It may closer to the house. So I look at Dapper. Thank you. So the next time we'll go back to that other camera. We'll be closer to the house and see how it does. But I'll have the old static baby ready. Static is better than being frozen. Oh yeah, yeah. I need a new phone. Yeah, maybe so. Whew, yeah, maybe so. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking into that. Okay, I will. But I'm gonna try this other phone closer. It may be something, I don't know. Well, I don't know. We always get a signal over here anyway. You love the blue cap? Yeah, thank you. It's a pretty neat little cap, ain't it? It makes me dapper. I don't have nobody to pick on as far as Ronnie's out here to pick on. So, anyway, I do feel for that whole family. Jake got a new phone. Takes awesome videos. Well, hang on. Again, this far too far. Well, what is it? I think if it's Ronnie, he'll have to call back. If that was you, Ronnie, you'll have to call back. I couldn't reach my phone. I got it now. So, yeah, I got an old house coat here. This house coat has been behind my door all winter, or all summer. Yeah, I got it out. I said, got a little bit of lint on it, but hey, that lint makes it a little bit warmer. All right, Rebecca's back. Yeah, I don't know why that phone froze up in there. This one, but you know, I've never done a live inside, even with this one that we're looking at. It might freeze up in there too. I don't know. But it takes pretty good videos if I can video right. I get the video and tell you the problem I have amongst so many. Thank you. I look down for the house coat. Oh, thank you. I sometimes videoing and I want to get a close up and I'll hit that where it brings it up. Then I forget. You know, then I start videoing something else that's already up close. I was videoing yesterday. Went down to get the mail and Woody wanted to drive, so Woody's driving, and I video him, so I hold my camera right here, but I think half the time I had it on that extra close, all you see is the side of it. But I bet you realized that, so I clicked it back. So, all right, I haven't seen Bear. Is Bear on here this morning? the sound is low. I don't know. Nothing to do with the sound. I don't think I have anything to do with the sound. Uh, yeah, Bear's here. Okay, there she is. She's here. Yeah, I always pray for Bear too. Uh, Tonight is Levi's got bad reception in England. We got bad reception in Plum Grove too, sweetie. It's been bad here this morning too. Tonight's Levi's Halloween party, and I don't know if Kim show a little movie or not. I know she will have chili and stuff like that, and I don't know if it'll be outdoors or indoors. Sometimes it's indoors, sometimes it's outdoors. But it'll be nice. I don't know if Dan and Bree will be there. I think they're going hunting together. They went down and had target practice yesterday with their guns to make sure they're both their own. I think they're going deer hunting. And that's going to be kind of cute. And Dan telling me, I said, is she do okay? He said, she do. She's better than me, Dad. That's okay. Don't want to make her mad. Don't ever make a woman mad that's got a gun. Ever. Yeah, Levi has great little parties. The volume comes and goes. Well, now, I'm not making excuses for this camera. This camera's old and buzzes anyway. But sometimes we're watching TV and the music come on real loud, but then when they start talking, it gets real low. You got up and down, and that's a movie, not us. Not my TV, but the sun's fixing to shine on us. Share my hot coffee. Okay, if you had a cup here, I'd share it with you. And that's what I come up here just to turn everything on. I just carry my camera so with me. I said, I'll just do that live in here. And I left my cup down there by the fire pit. I leave it out there every day so it kind of gets aired out. Birds come along, drink out of it. I clean it. Don't worry, I clean it. Ben never showed all week. Ben had things going on, schooling and stuff, testing and stuff, and he just could never get cleared to come. He told you, he said, I'll come over Friday. I said, we don't work on Friday, Ben. If you come, you coming for the heck of it, because I ain't going to work on Friday. So the only thing I'm going to do today, we're going to pick up Lex this afternoon, is we got some stuff we want to move over here. G and I can do, real simple stuff. Fixed fence again yesterday. All right, you already had a pot of coffee, Peggy. All right. No, if I need a phone, guys, I'll have to get a phone. Y'all don't worry about that, okay? I'm good. I worked on fence again yesterday. Those cows, now that they've had that taste of switch cane, they walking and looking. And up in a thicket, they found a big limb that broke out of a tree in one of those storms and pushed the fence down. That's all they needed. So across it they go. And I go down and check on them, and sure enough, there's only a few of them there. Moses and Ivan and Zippy, I think, and the calf, and then Miracle. And those others are not there, so okay. So I go back and I start looking, and I can see one back there in that switch cane. So I started calling. Here they all come. They come right back. Brought them home, put them in the goat pen. Y'all ground it again until I fix it. But I went back down yesterday and worked down and got it fixed. So today I'll turn them out and try it again. Good morning, Deborah Barnes, and good morning, Sassy Frass. Good morning. I don't know how many people left us a while ago and didn't come back, but that's okay. You know, they realized I was having some issues, some technical issues. But volume up. My volume is up, sweetie. Check. My volume is all the way up. Grammy always comes back, so thank you so much. I can't do anything about anything, guys. If your volume's not coming in, I don't think it's on my end. It could be. I don't know. Uh, but maybe something on your end too. Because like I was telling you, sometimes we have an issue in the house with movies. They're in and out, in and out. It gets real low, we turn the volume up, then it comes back on. Okay. Yeah. All right, hang on. This is Ronnie. Maybe wants to give y'all a message. Good morning, Ronnie.
Good morning, Jane.
How you doing, buddy?
I just want to tell everybody I'm fine and that I love everybody and I appreciate all the prayers and all the kind words and everything. That I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right, buddy. Everybody's praying for you.
I just, I just, I feel like one half of me is fine, but the other side is empty. It's hard to
Yeah.
think. But I'm gonna be fine. I just want everybody to know what it means, and I will personally get back to each one of them for each kind thing that they have said. But just lift the family up in prayer, because the next few days is gonna be hard.
Yes, it will.
But he's not suffering, and the last words that he muttered in his body was whenever he told me last Saturday morning, he opened his eyes whenever I told him how much I loved him. And he told me twice, I love you. And then the last time he did, he said it in the road. Last time he said, I love you, Ronnie. And then his eyes went blank. And that's the last word he said. So I know that I hold that was his last message to me.
Yeah, buddy. That's right. You'll listen to me. You'll see him again, okay?
I know. I love y'all.
All right, we love you too, bud. You take care. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay.
Bye. Yeah, Donnie hadn't talked at all for, I guess, several days. It's kind of like at a blank state. They couldn't get him to eat or drink. And he and Ronnie so close. And Ronnie went over to see him, and told him he loved him, and told him he loved him back, and that was your message, Ronnie. He wants you to know he loved you, and I don't think he spoke again. They were twins. Yes, they were twins. I never met Donnie. I've talked to him on the phone a couple of times. Back when he was, doing real well. And he sounded just like talking to him, talking to Ronnie. Same voice, same, just you'd think you was talking to Ronnie, talking to him. And same sense of humor. But yeah, awesome guy. And like I said, I never met him. Anyway, we love old Ronnie. He's been a good friend to me ever since I met him. I met him on here, not on a live, but he had watched some of my videos, I guess, at some point there, and he sent me a message. Could he talk to me sometime? And he sent me. I think he sent me his phone number, and I said yeah. And I called him one evening, and we ended up talking for an hour, I guess. We got to talking and everything. We grew up the same way. not poor, but not rich either. You know, we did everything by hand, you know, do things by hand. But we farmed, you know, our parents farmed and stuff, and they worked too. But it's everything we related, you know, with almost everything we did. And so, yeah, and we've been chatting, I guess, ever since. Good morning. Is it Canella? Good morning. Miss Candu, good morning. Again. Again. Yeah, look at that coffee stain. Woo, yeah. Yeah, thank y'all so much. And there's other guys. Listen, there's lots of other guys here, folks on here that needed prayer, and I don't have my list with me. Vera and Dorothy and the list goes on and on, you know. Rebecca, Sandy, I can just, some names pop up, you know, and Tanya, and just different names come to me, you know, and Peggy, and but I don't have that list with me. So, all right, Christy, today's your birthday. Okay, so let's see, Amy also, right? But Amy had a birthday? Amy and Christy. Okay, so far. I'll tell you, Christy, like I did Amy, is get your band-aids ready. We'll start singing here in a minute. It's going to get bad. Get dangerous there. Good morning from Quebec. Awesome. I bet it is cold up there. I know different folks sent me pictures last year of their yards and stuff. That snow be way deep, you know, and cold, and just, you know. All right, Michelle, you have a good day, sweetie. We appreciate you. All right. Christy and Amy, right? It's the only ones I've seen so far. Oh, you gonna do a try a Dutch oven? I've been trying ham and oh yeah, it'll come out good. It'll come out good. All right. Oh, okay. Christy, Carol, and Amy. Carol, Christy, and Amy. Okay. Carol, Daisy, Christy, and Amy. All right. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, Carol. Oh yeah. Carol will be biting, I can guarantee. She's a biter. Oh, she's a sweet lady. It is kind of chilly out here, Gassy. But it's not like where some of you folks are. I got this house coat on, so I'm not bad. But I'm wearing shorts. My legs don't get cold, though, you know? I'm serious. And my feet don't really get cold unless it's really, really cold. But my back. And that's why a little woody dog, my little wood dog, is so awesome, because he sleeps right up behind my back. And no matter if the covers get pulled down or wherever, I feel a little warm body. Right up. Chicken noodle soup, okay? I bet it'll be good. We very seldom get trick-or-treaters up here. You know, times have changed since we were kids in trick-or-treating. They still trick-or-treat to a certain extent, but most of them are like in a neighborhood, you know, in a little neighborhood. And back when we were kids, we walked all over Plum Road with our little bag, you know, and if we had a costume or something, we just painted our face up, whatever, that's how we did. And there's an old house up here in Plum Road, an old log house, actually no two-story, had been abandoned for years, and no doctor. Always get them doctors. That live there, and somebody said he's a scientist. You know, they always add that in there, you know. And no electricity there, you know, and all the windows are all gone out of it, whatever, it's pretty well run down, but it's spooky. It's up on a hill, it's spooky. And so that's where everybody end up going. At some point during that night, they'd always end up there, see who was brave enough to go in that house, and you know, and actually, you'd always count on it. Older kids, high school kids, age still like that, they knew there would be kids coming, and they would usually get up there early and be up in that house, and to scare people, make noises and stuff like that. Yeah, it's wild. It was wild, but we'd go, and that's where we'd always end up going before we came back home. We walked house to house to house, you know, and Plum Road's 3 or 4 miles long stretch, and we just walk it. And especially with moonlight night, people be hiding in ditches and scare you when you come by. It was fun. It was fun. But since then, over the years, and there's been so many bad things happen on trick or treat. Kids get, you know, razor blades and stuff, and needles, and maybe drugs. I don't know. You know, put in their candies and stuff. It makes you sick. You know what people would do, and then people get hurt. You know, and stuff. And kids hardly gets where you can't hardly let your little kids out by themselves like that. So and then churches and communities too started having these little fall festivals, they called them, or whatever, and there'd be something going on there. You know, they'd have booths set up and games to play to keep the kids off the streets walking, you know, and stuff. And probably has saved a lot of lives, seriously. Think about it, and the way traffic is these days, like around here. You know, I can't imagine somebody walking down this road out here now at night like we did, or even riding a bike. You know, we rode horses down the road. I videoed a little bit Sunday. We was going over to Tina's with Kim and Levi, and she and I rode with Kim. And there's a guy leading another horse, 2 horses, but one of them was leading one down the road with that traffic. And that horse was scared to death. I thought he was going to throw that dude off the middle of this road here in a minute, or himself get out of that road. I wouldn't ride a horse on this road now for nothing. Your church has what they call Harvest Day. That's good. Okay, Dana. That's good, yeah. The fall festivals, Harvest Day, whatever, yeah, all these things. But it kind of takes up, I think, keep the kids off the streets, you know, and I think that's a good thing. All right, somebody had an anniversary. Uh, does free chili, okay? You're going to be cooking a lot of chili. Yeah, her mom does chili. That's awesome. A lot of folks was not allowed to trick and treat. Yeah, I can remember I know lots of kids that couldn't go. Parents worried about it, especially when stuff started happening to kids. You know, you ain't going out. You're not going. And you can get dressed here and scare kids if they come here, but you're not going to go out. So, but it was fun back in the day. We looked forward to it. Carried pillow case. We never got that much stuff. We carried old paper sack, you know, but it loaded up. It loaded up. Everybody give you cookies or not cookies, but candies and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, it's changed a lot. Let's do these birthdays real quick before we forget all these names, okay? I didn't see what you're talking about. Your cast iron. I didn't see what you said about your child being autistic. You know, Levi's autistic. Yeah, always go through it, guys. If it's something like it's been opened up and messed with, don't let them have it, okay? Popcorn balls, yeah. Don has a birthday tomorrow, okay, Don? We'll try. See, I don't have my list, so we're going to help me on this thing, okay? Uh, all right, Linda. Anniversary. All right, so let's do this. Let's do the birthday songs before we get too far. I've got Carol, Amy, and Christy. Is there anybody else? I know three. Three. All right. If there's somebody else, you got to tell me. Carol, Christy, and Amy. All right, y'all get ready. Uh, Something about autistic kids. Like I say, Levi is, and you know, Bennett has a form of it. It's called Asperger. It's a form of it. Kind of, I think, at the other end of the scale or whatever. Looking forward to the Blue Jays game tonight? Yeah, I bet so. They doing good, huh? All right, here we go. All right, Anna. Be your mom's passed. Now you gonna be doing it by yourself, or I couldn't read off what you said. Here we go. That birthday, okay? Your sister has it also, okay? All right, boys. I'm gonna sing, Buster. I'm singing. Buster, run up. Dawn's birthday, okay. All right, you got Dawn's also. Help me, Buster. You gotta help me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Don, Carol, Christy, and Amy. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. All right. Anybody else? Now, I don't mind doing it again. I don't mind. Buster loves it. You're welcome, sweetheart. Uh, cha cha cha. Yeah, talk about uh, kids with. I drove a special needs bus for 11 years. In fact, Levi was on my bus, and these kids are special, and I mean that in a sweet, sweet way. They're so much fun, and they have so much fun. And the lady I had with me on my bus was she was an angel. She sang to these kids, and she had a beautiful voice, and she sang to them, and she went out on her own and bought these little fuzzy blankets you see, little small, little lightweight, but they were actually warm little blankets. And each kid had their own blanket. And she took them home every Friday and washed them. And she kept them separate, so each kid had their own little blanket. And when they get on that bus in the morning, some of them used it just for like a security blanket, Some would cover up in it. Yeah, we had some funny stories about this stuff. But and then when they get off, she'd take it and fold it back up and put it back on one of the empty seats, and she kept them all separate. And she knew everyone. They had like 8 or 10 kids on there at a time, and she knew everyone's in their blanket. And she loved those children. And some mornings, cold mornings, get on, and they'd be staying on the bus, waiting on the bus, and be on the cold. She'd sit there and hold her little hands in her hands, and the little hands be cold, and just sweet, sweetheart lady. But she's kind of a little small, petite lady, real cute little lady. And and Levi get ready to get off the bus. Levi big, strong, and I said, Levi, you better. Her name was Lady. I said, you need to hug Lady, bud. And she been that nice to you. Oh yeah. And he bear hug her, and I hug her tight, son. Crunch. I'm gonna kill you, Gene. Mara, I'm gonna kill you. I loved it. Oh, but yeah, I had a lot of fun with her. But she take these blankets. On Friday it wasn't a big deal. She didn't fold them all back up because Friday, they should take them home during the day on Friday. But she got on the bus one morning, and each little kid had their blanket. And one little boy, I forget what his name was now, he laid over the counter and went to sleep. And at some point, one of the kids got up to get off. They threw their blanket over on top of it. And he's all hunkered down inside, just like an old fluff blanket. So we go to every bus stop, and everyone getting off throwing their blanket over on that pile, not knowing there's a kid under it. Yeah. We get them all unloaded, and we start heading back toward the transportation center, and that pile moved. And I read, oh Lord, lady. That pile, there's somebody in that pile. She pulled it back, and there he sits. I said, don't say a word, son. You're on your way to school. I make a U-turn. And I get there, and it wasn't late. It wasn't late. It wasn't like tardy. It wasn't going to be tardy anyway. But the lady out there at the bus stop, she said, didn't you just come through? I said, yeah, well, I got a late one for you. Yeah, so I never told him. He was here earlier. Never tell. We're supposed to walk the buses at every bus stop. And I'm talking about when I was driving a big bus. And my last bus stop was one of the elementary schools. And we did walk our buses before we got off and checked out. You know, you always walk your bus. You never know, somebody back there might be left a lunch kit on there, or somebody need their lunches or whatever. Their horn or whatever, you know, you turn it all in at the office. I come into the train station and there's a speed bump, you know, and you hit it, and I see his arm flop out. I was seeing it. I drove down through the train station, made a U-turn, went right back to that school. Yeah. Get off his bus. Oh yeah. Yeah, no harm done. No harm done. But anyway, yeah. Kids are funny. They're funny. I'm the only one left? Yeah, you're it, kid. Had a lot of fun driving buses. Kids are fun, and they'll keep you young if you hang around kids a lot. You'll stay a little bit more younger at heart, you know, if you're around kids a lot, because they got something going all the time. All right, Piggy, we are glad you're here. Connie Hill, good morning. And now listen, I don't know how long we've been on here today, but see, we're on a different phone. I ain't supposed to stay but an hour. Trish, you loved your bus driver. I think most everybody on my bus liked me. I still see them. They're all grown people now, you know, all grown up. But I think I was one of the only drivers in Cleveland that not only carried kids, but I ended up carrying their children later on in life, you know. And if I'd have stayed much longer, I'd have had their grandkids. Yeah, I would have. But I drove a bus for 41 years. And 30 on a big bus and 11 on that special needs bus. But when COVID come, I never went back after COVID. I'd had enough. Yeah, kids. Now, I'm gonna tell you. You say you had the best kids. Now and then you gonna get one. You will get one now and then that is just a little bit out of control. Yeah, you will. All right. Somebody's gonna have surgery. Someone's son. I didn't get to see a name. Never rode a school bus. It's an experience. Uh, all right, Kathy. Kathy has a birthday. Okay, Kathy. You're never too late, Kathy. Uh, he's only one. Yes, keep saying your prayers. Okay, yes, one. 39 in North Alabama. Uh, are you saying that little 1-year-old's fixing to have surgery? Is that what you're saying? Okay. All right. No, it's a different one, I think. Sarah's English Bulldog needs prayers. Kids on their own buses. I've seen a lot of that, especially the first few days of school. And it's not always the teacher's fault. I'll tell you what. It's not the bus driver's fault either. When parents check their kids in, I know in our case, you know, Plum Grove Road is 12 miles long. And there are several different buses come out Plum Grove Road. And at the time, only one or two come into actual Plum Grove. But people living way up there close to Cleveland on Plum Grove Road, they say, where you live? Plum Grove? Oh, he goes on bus such and such. Well, it's kind of between that parent and that office person not asking better like an address and knowing where these addresses are. But they'd say 101 Plum Road Road. Well, that 101 is way up there in Cleveland. I'm out here at 10160. It's a lot different. It's a whole lot more numbers. But I'm in Plum Road. But yeah, that's how a lot of them get on the wrong bus for the first few days. We're always taking kids back first few days, get them lined out. All right. Bubba Jean. I love that name, Bubba Jean. All right. Love that Bubba Jean. Little Cassidy Jean laughed for the first time today, and she laughed for G. And G was so excited that she laughed. And she called me in, listen, listen, listen. So I go in, and the little thing got such a cute little cackle, you know. You always had Fridays off. No, I always worked on Fridays, but I don't work being on Fridays. What I'm trying to say, because Fridays we do other stuff. You know, we either go and get lecks, or we sometimes go pick up groceries. And I don't need being here working or trying to do something and need me to tell him what else needs to be done or whatever. So I just don't work being on Fridays. I work. Yeah, I've always worked on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays. Anyway, she called me and listened to that little thing cackle. It's so cute. And then, at the same time, Dustin was coming to pick her up, and I met him at the door and said, shh, come listen, come listen. So he got to the door listening, and she just laughed, and she was making noise, and she just laughed at it. It was the cutest little thing. Sweet, sweet little thing. She's going to be just like Coda Bear, I think. Uh, yeah, we got one more song for Kathy, and someone had an anniversary, I think. And I didn't see the name on the anniversary. Yeah. It's not that cold. It's upper 40s, I think. Sun's coming out. It's gonna warm up pretty good. Well, you wouldn't have seen it if I'd been inside. That camera didn't pick up in there for some reason. I don't know what's going on in there. Froze up. And you know, I've never done a live with this one in there. It might would freeze up too. It might would too on a live in there. I don't know. But you say this one has a buzz to it, a little static. Okay. Uh, Kathy had a birthday. I didn't sing to Kathy, did I? So here goes, Kathy. And for the anniversary out there, you gotta let me know. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. Happy birthday to you. You're gonna be 60 in North Carolina next week. Happy birthday, Kathy. Cha cha cha. Uh, Now, like I say, I don't have my prayer list, so I can't go over it with you guys. You guys remember them as well as I can. Uh, there are several of our fur babies that needed prayer too. I can remember there's only 3 or 4 of them, I think. And there's like Ellie and Max, Buster, not my Buster, but another Buster, and Bubba. And someone said another one a while ago. I hadn't got it in my mind yet. So keep them in your prayers too. Uh, if you got an anniversary, I wish you that too. Oh yeah, Lacey. Okay, Peggy. I'm sorry, Lacey. You're right, Lacey. I can't remember them all, but I can't see it. But yeah, uh, Lacey. Lacey has eye issues. Uh, oh, anniversary to Linda. Okay, Linda. I'm gonna sing to you. You're gonna get sung to. It's 46 of Plum Road. I told you, upper 40s. Okay, I'm late. Uh, I can't say a name. Calibre, something like that. It's okay to be late. You're here. Foggy 30, wherever you're at. Oh, that's Steve. Okay, yeah, Steve up there in Tennessee. Yeah, foggy and 39. Uh, Wish you the same thing, Chris. I'm not cold. I'm not. Uh, like I say, my legs don't get cold, and I'm wearing shorts. My feet don't get that cold. They get a little cold, if I'm walking in cold, out there in the cold. Even with, boots and stuff on, you still get cold sometimes, but it's my back. As long as my back is warm, I can keep going. And that's where little Woody comes in. That little wood dog comes in. So he loves to snuggle on my back, right between my shoulder blades. Now, the only problem is you can't roll over with Woody there. You got to set up and drag him over if you want to turn over. The Buster will be down about about my knees, curled up. That's where he'll sleep. And if Buster gets cold, he comes up where I'm at and puts his head underneath the cover like this. So I gotta raise the blanket and he goes back down where he was, but this time under the cover. You just now realize you're cold and you need a hot cup of coffee here. Have a drink. All right. All right. Happy heavenly birthday to Santos. Amen. Where's Connie from? Shelton, Washington. Uh, my oldest brother lives in Washington State up there, not too far, actually not too far from Portland, Oregon, like on the border up there, not too far from there. Uh, he sends me pictures. I've never been to his place. He always wants me to come, but it's not up to it, I don't think. But he sends pictures in the winter, man, it's snow and ice. Just him and his wife get up. They got cows, and they get up, and he has these heaters these heaters inside his water troughs. And even with these heaters, they have to go down sometimes and bust that ice back. The cows can drink. I don't want no part of that. I don't want no part of that. Yeah, they will keep you warm, Piggy. Little old Woody keeps my back warm and Buster down beside me, and they get cold too. They'll snuggle right up next to you. You get a little of that body heat. They will too. Ronnie was telling me that his little dog of his, that one of them, he has Taco and a little Hattie dog. He named her after my Hattie. It's a little miniature dog, but anyway, little bitty. She always sleeps beside him, and he said that night that his brother passed, he said he felt like that little dog knew something. That little dog crawled up there and laid her head right up here on his chest. He never would move. Push her back, she'd come right back. He never slept like that with him before, or since. I guess she's trying to comfort him. Something. I think animals sometimes know stuff. Good morning. Wherever you at? You behind me? I don't trust you behind me. There she is. I don't trust you. Thought you was going hunting.
We're leaving after we got the party.
Oh, you're leaving tonight after the party. Okay, I got you. All right, that's sweet.
Hey.
I'm looking for you. Where you at?
Hold on.
Climbing up?
Ugh. My dad sent me a picture this morning of Big Bobcat.
Oh, he's already up there.
No, on his game camera.
Oh, thank you. I didn't get
Ricardo.
Ricardo, yeah, she sleeps better than I sleep. Thank you. on
I
the
hope
game
we
camera.
see that. Yeah, I want to see that, like walking the stand or something.
We
That'd be
can't
cool.
we can't eat bobcats, baby. Don't,
Hey, stop!
don't bring a bobcat home to eat. You bring a deer meat home. Okay.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't bring a bobcat to eat. I
Your
just want
dad told me
to look
yesterday
at it.
you and him went shooting.
Mm-hmm.
And he said she shoots better than me, Dad. He said,
Well,
you must have been. But I was down there with y'all shooting. Y'all didn't know that, did you?
well, no, how dangerous is that?
Yeah, I'm working and there's bark flying off trees all around.
No, there was not. We were shooting at the target with a backstop.
Well, I know, I was right behind it, man.
No, you were not. He wasn't. He's lying.
I
We
thought
know gun safety.
I
You're
thought
gonna
I
have
was
people mad on here in a minute.
No, bullets flying, and
No.
bark flying off trees.
We know our gun safety, okay?
Me
We
and,
have a
me and
backstop
Buster got down the weeds.
and a target. He wasn't in the weeds. It's right up on the fence to the next property line. So you was trespassing if you was up in the weeds, okay? That's a different story. We'll talk about
All
later.
right. So,
We were shooting
well, I may have been a little bit mistaken.
only at 100 plus yards. We were
That's
right
all-
by Camp Heidi.
That's all you need. If you,
No.
Any further than that, down there in them woods, you ain't gonna see it.
Now, I am known to be kind of a good shot. I was pulling a little bit to the left yesterday. I think it was the gun, though. I think it was the gun.
All right. You're right-handed, right?
Yeah.
You should have been pulling to the left. If you
I mean,
pulled it
I was
all-
an inch off
If you pull it
the.
all, you'd think you'd be pulling to the right.
Yeah. It definitely the gun, huh?
I would think it may be.
But yeah,
Unless,
I was
unless
only.
you're pushing when you shoot. Unless
No, I'm
you're-
flawless.
Here you are. You fix the pull trigger, you know it's fixing to go. You probably close your eyes.
I don't think I could have put it down any though because I was sitting in the chair with that tripod. Would have been really hard to shift that gun up with the and do it on that
How
tripod.
far to the left?
I was like less than an inch to the left.
At 100 yards?
Yeah, two in a row though. Hit almost the same exact spot.
That ain't gonna hurt. That's good. Yeah, you
Oh
close.
yeah, it was definitely
It's a kill shot.
it was a kill shot for
yeah,
sure.
that's good, baby. Yeah.
There's
ain't bad.
there's a buck down there. He said, "You don't shoot that one. If you see it."
Yeah.
I said, "You better hope I don't get my shot off faster than you grab it
he
from
told
me."
me, he said, I don't want her shooting the buck. I want the buck. You can't eat horns.
He just wants a trophy for his office.
I know.
All right, I'm coming down.
I love you, baby.
Love you.
I'm trying to think if I need any work done today. I'll holler
Oh,
at you.
I'm sure you'll find something. We'll wait till you see me walk into the pasture. Say, "Hey, come here, sweetie. Favorite granddaughter."
I love you. Go on. Leave me alone. That girl drives me up a wall. All right, guys, I think we've about had our time. I think we've done. No. What is you want to tell everybody good morning? Say good morning. Here's the boy, my boy Buster. Okay, I don't want all them kisses. Okay, you too. Hop down. Okay. Okay, come on. Come. My little man here wants to say good morning. Here, turn at him. Say good morning. Mwah. Good. Your feet are wet. All right, 47 minutes. I know, but the thing was, we was on the other one for a few minutes, right? Yeah, Wood Dog. Wood Dog scared me yesterday. Tell you what happened. Yeah, I went back the other day, fixed that fence the other day. There was a coyote down there. I saw him at one point, way back over in the edge of the woods. But then later, and he saw us. About 100 yards down there, he started making a little noise like, eek, 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 eek. Well, something similar. And Buster, all of them, they wanted to go. We're not going to go look. We're not going to go look. Made him come back, stay on the mule while I worked. Because he was trying to lure him down there. Get up. And he made them little sounds till we finally left. And I know it was him. I've heard him do it before. So I was telling somebody about it, and they said, or another lady said, they did that to their dog, lured them off down there, and they killed their dog. There was a pack of them. So uh, we're working on it yesterday, and the dogs get off. I'm working on the fence, and they're smelling around, and Woody's trying to mark everything. I finish up and said, okay, let's go. Well, Woody wasn't there. Oh, Lord. And fear took over. I had my gun laid out, just in case. In case he come back up there, I'd be ready. But then Woody's not there. So I start calling. And Woody, wherever Woody's at, Woody takes his time. He just don't get in a hurry for nobody. And I'm thinking, did he try to go home? And Buster sitting there on the seat looking around, keep his on on the mule, but not Woody. I cranked up, I backed up a ways, I looked, I pulled forward and looked. If he'd walked toward home, it'd be okay. But if he's there in those woods, and I left, and that coyote's out there, Woody'd been it. So, yeah, a little wood dog. So I get my gun, I get off, and I get far over the brush and stuff, and I could see a little ways here and there, and I kept calling. And I got back on the mule, and so sometimes you crank it up, he'll come. Think I'm gonna leave him. I ain't never left him yet. And I start pulling down the fence a ways, looking in the mirror, watching the back behind me, watching the head of me, watching the woods. And I look back and here oh, he scared me to death. I said, I stopped taking him in them woods. I got to work back there because he scares me. He wanders off like that, Coyote ambushes stuff. I've seen them. They've ambushed guineas and chickens and everything else. They lay down behind a log, and the way some walk by, they jump out and they grab them, and they quit. And that one comes up here every day. I fixed the gate yesterday where he can't come inside here unless he digs under somewhere, So that's because the other morning he's right out here beside my new storage room. And so they don't mind coming up close. And a little Piggly over here, I don't think he get Piggly. Piggly, pretty tough little pig. But he might could. So I worry about little Piggly. And once I get over here, and I'll put a big spotlight out there, and we'll be here. And the little goats out there, and Buster here. Buster let me know if something goes on. All right, guys, so now I know we've been over the 60 minutes. I've got to go. I can't keep y'all. I'll cut into somebody else's live somewhere. I don't want to do that. I love y'all. Happy Halloween. Hope y'all have a great Halloween, and be safe, okay? Be safe. Maybe Bree can fix my static. We'll see, Elena. We'll see. I'm not sure where the static's coming from or why. And why the other one shut me down. But anyway, I love y'all. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you back here on live come Monday morning, good Lord willing. Regular video every morning. If you're new, glad you was here. Hope you probably didn't learn nothing. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you'll meet some folks here and become good friends. And you folks that needed prayer, I'm so sorry I didn't have my list with me. Just God knows who you are, and boy, just make a plea to pray for all those that needed prayer, okay? Hope you have a great day, okay? Take care. Don't eat too much candy. Bye-bye.